Dozens of civilians, including women and children, have reportedly been killed in an airstrike in central Myanmar. It's believed that this is the deadliest attack in the history of the country and comes during the Burmese New Year period this week. Local media say the air raids came amid an event planned by the resistance forces. The death toll remains unclear. Reports put the figure from between 30 and around 100. Myanmar marks Tinjan this week. That's the country's Burmese New Year that's associated with renewal. The shadow National Unity government has slammed the attack, saying it amounts to a war crime. And for more, CNA's Leong Wai-kit joins us live with more details. Wai-kit, this kind of attack is not unusual. If one thinks back to October, there was that attack also on Kachin separatist groups at that point. Of course, the PDF is considered the armed wing of the NUG. So this is not that unusual. But coming during this Burmese New Year period, what does the timing and the nature of the attack say about how the military feels about groups that are still resisting its rule?
Well, so it simply means that the Myanmar army is deadly determined to crush resistance forces. I mean, like you said, the airstrikes have become a common feature in Myanmar, but never in the history of Myanmar has violence been seen during the Tinjan period. In fact, Tinjan is seen as a year of renewal and hope, which is why in the past, even during the junta's administration or the civilians' rule, they've always chosen Tinjan period to free prisoners. So this is an extra significant attack given that it's happening during this time, and the death toll, some local media even saying up to 100 people have died. Now, this is really in line with what the Myanmar army wants to do with the resistance forces. They've vowed many times to crush them. In fact, just yesterday, in a neighboring state northwest of Myanmar, there was also another air raid which reportedly killed 9 people. Now, this also comes amid defense spending increase by the military, presumably to beef up their air attacks against the civilian forces. And this also comes in defiance of countries like US and UK, which have sanctioned Myanmar against buying military jet fuel. But on the opposing end, the Civilian National Unity government, or the NUG, they've been beefing up ways to counter the Myanmar army as well. Recently, the NUG said that it raised some $2 million, which would go into forming its own air force and its own air defense systems. And recently, the NUG have also urged the international community to support it by helping it to build some form of warning systems for villagers who might face airstrikes. But moving forward, air raid seems to be the main staple of the attack by the Myanmar army, given that many observers have raised that the Myanmar army have lost control on the ground.
All right, Leong Wai-kit there explaining what this means right now in Myanmar. Thanks for that, Wai-kit.